So we are here, hi girls, in the Grove. It's cold in Miami, it's like 60 degrees. Well, now maybe it's 65.
Miami cold.
Everything is in perspective, right? Probably people who watch me Northeast, they're like, what are you talking about? But I'm here with Brooke and Amelia, and we all work together. We're on the same team. And we're here to talk about, I don't know, just like real estate conversation and the market and just Miami.
Okay, so I think we should talk about the elephant in the room, Mamdani winning in New York. What do you think this means for real estate in Miami? Do you think people are moving here? Do you think it's going to stay the same?
You know, everybody like, oh, my phone is ringing off the hook, and honestly, good for you. But I
Good
think...
for you.
I don't think it's going to make a big difference, to be honest. Unless he's doing something really crazy in the city that like people can absolutely not stand. You know, obviously he's talking big talk, and if he does things, then maybe. But it's not just easy to pack up your luggage and just move to Miami. Like, people have jobs, they have kids, schools. It's not an easy decision to make. And I feel like if you're in New York, maybe your easiest option to move out of the city, if you want to move out of the city, would be like Connecticut or maybe Jersey. But coming to Miami, look, New York is the financial hub. So we need more jobs to support the people that work in finance. And yes, we have companies that are relocated to Miami, and it's all nice, but not everybody are relocating. And frankly, a lot of them, yes, they have satellite offices, but people working from their office, I mean, you have to have like some major situation for people to just move. We had a crazy migrant, not migrant, I don't have a migrant. We had a crazy migrate to Miami during COVID, right? Because the city was on lockdown, people work remote. But think about people working at the office now, mostly like 5 days a week or 4 days a week. And I think kind of like the hype is, honestly, it's over. Like, let's be real. Like, yes, people are moving down, but it's not as insane. I don't think it's going to change much. I don't think, unless something, again, extreme happens in the city.
So do you think it's worth agents investing time and money and trying to prospect clients from New York?
I mean, I did mailer in New York, actually. But I just, you know, for different reasons, because I'm in Florida, you have a beautiful weather, and we do have great schools here. But again, you know, a lot of those like major institutions and offices are in New York. It's the financial hub. And if you really look at New York, New York had a lot of crises, like 9/11, the previous financial crisis, COVID, and New York is still New York. I always say that New York will always be New York, LA will always be LA. So as much as I want people to move down here because my business will, you know, be better, I don't know if it's really happening.
I think the tax incentives is the most like consistent thing that will encourage people to buy property, not necessarily move, but buy property in Florida, you know, maybe eventually like after retirement, or if, you know, their job changes, they can establish residency here, but not necessarily fully uprooting. But I think investing here is not going away anytime soon.
So
I think people from bigger cities like that, like California, you know, Chicago, New York, big cities that have, you know, the taxes are just getting crazier and crazier. I think it's more stable here, and that is always going to draw people.
And with that note, I want to approach Ron DeSantis. Can you actually, you know, avoid those property taxes? We've been talking about like...
I know.
Or at least lower the property taxes. Because if you really think about coming to Miami, okay, the prices went up. Like, they're very high right now. HOA fees for condos are like kind of crazy. So if the property taxes are lower, that helps a little bit to attract more buyers to the city.
I agree.
So I'm going to ask you, speaking of the city, what's your favorite place in Miami? Because, you know, people from Northeast or California, they always think Miami Beach. That's all they know. That's all they hear about. Miami Beach, Fontainebleau. There is so much more to Miami than that. So what's your favorite part?
I think as a young professional, Brickell is by far the best place in Miami. I think
100%.
the networking is way better than any other area. I think there's so many new restaurants. They just opened up Amazon & Co. from London and Dubai.
I've been there, but I felt so old. I felt like I need to
No, you still
have the energy to stay up. Like, it's like a party scene, but it's very good ambiance.
It is. They just opened up a new cava for all the
I love cava.
Wait, what is
You would like it. It's like Greek, Mediterranean.
Chipotle, basically.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're opening up a pop-up bagels from, I think they're like in New York also. There's just so many new restaurants, so many activities. They just started a farmer's market on the water. They just started a farmer's market under the train. There's just so many activities, and I feel like there's so many other young business professionals that I just meet new people every day.
I love Brickell.
Yeah.
What about you, Amelia?
I have spent time.
I have a guess.
Yeah, you're gonna guess what my favorite is. My favorite is the Grove, but I agree with everything you said about Brickell. Like, if I have clients around our age that are moving from like New York or something like that, I obviously like recommend Brickell or Edgewater. And like, if you love the city, it's like a tropical New York. I'm just less of a city person, so I love the Grove. I like being near the water. I like the walkability of it. It's not as like
I always drive and I see you walk. I'm like, damn, I should.
I'm walking all around. But yeah, no, I have only good things to say about the Grove, and I've only been here for 5 years, but from what I hear from people who have been in Miami forever, they're like, the Grove has changed so much, and only in like positive ways. It's just like, I don't think it's slowing down anytime soon, and I don't think the growth is gonna stop anytime soon either. I think like what's happening here is like really special.
So, the Grove, I mean, I remember when I moved, like Coco Walk, which is the center of like the downtown Coconut Grove, was like whatever. And they did it so nice. Like there is an ambiance there, great restaurants. So I agree with Amelia.
I think there's a balance, more of a balance in Coconut
It's
Grove.
all about
too.
balance.
Yeah, there's like, because there's on the strip, there's the bars, there's also restaurants, there's cafes. Like, there's just so much to do there.
You don't have to leave like to go and like to a nice restaurant, or I know you love, like, one of your favorites was like a mall. Like, the Grove has amazing food. Even shopping, like the shopping in the Grove is great. Like the going out, like you can go out in the Grove as well. You don't need to leave it. Like, if you want, like there's everything here. So
and you know what? Like,
it's cool.
For me,
people come from like the Gables, or my friends who live in Brickell or Shenandoah, like come to the Grove all the time. Like, it's where people want to be. Yeah, that's what you said. Exactly. So I think, and again, it wasn't always like that. I think it's growing and it's changing in a good way.
Yeah, I have to agree with Amelia. I live in the Gables. We go to restaurants in the Gables by Miracle Mile, and it's great. Or honestly, by the Plaza, which Lifetime is there. I go to Lifetime all the time.
Yeah, and Merrick Park is awesome as well.
But I will say, like, for us, like during the date nights on the weekends, we typically either the Gables or the Grove. We rarely go to Miami Beach. I mean, I do have the membership to the one hotel, so we take the kids there on the weekend, and I love that because I love to feel like I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
But the nighttime for me, like restaurants in Grove and Gables, probably 95% of the time, and then we go to Brickell. We love Mamo in Brickell. Yes, great food, great Italian. So that's kind of like my go-to.
Yeah, and we didn't even speak about Miami Beach. I think like south of 5th is a beautiful neighborhood, and then up near like where One Hotel, Soho is. I think the thing is anyone who lives in Miami, like you want to get out on the water or like to the beach. So for us, like I feel like everyone wants that outlet of like getting like in the ocean or near it, and Key Biscayne or Miami Beach is, I think, the best place. Like, if you want to go on the beach, but I'm a sailor, so like all the sailing happens out of the Grove mainly. Yeah. So it just depends, like what your preference is.
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, like people always ask me, what do you like more, LA or Miami? So this is for all the people who live in LA. To me, and I don't hate me, but I do love Miami. I love the fact that the ocean is warm. You can actually go inside the water.
It's not a cold place.
And you drive and you feel like you're on vacation. You see like 5 huge cruise ships. I'm not a cruise person, but I love watching them, seeing people go on vacation. And yes, the summer sucks, it's hot and humid, it can rain, but who cares? Like, I mean, I take it any day. I really love Miami. I work, we drive a lot, right? Like for showings.
100%.
And I don't feel like I'm stressing out on the road. Like, I'm like, like I see the ocean, the tropical trees. And here we actually have real palm trees. Like in California, there are like fake skinny palm trees. It's not the same. But, and I do, look, LA is LA, but I love Miami.
It's just a vacation year round. It's November and we're sitting here in mini dresses and skirts.
Yeah. And a jacket, because I don't know, I'm always cold.
Yeah.
So Emilia, you are an artist, very talented. And I know you're going to do an event soon for Art Basel for our team and our clients. For someone who never heard about Art Basel before, what is Art Basel?
So Art Basel, I'll do, a shortened version. There are a lot of people, even people who live in Miami, who honestly don't know much about it, but it's been going on obviously for many years here. The main event, the main Art Basel show is on Miami Beach. So that gallery will be open all week and mainly, events that weekend. But the whole city, it's like when F1 comes here or Music Week, I feel like the entire city. It's not just Miami Beach. I think there's things happening all week, like obviously art related, but there's music events. We have like industry events that happen that week. I think it's a big week of, obviously it can be a little chaotic because a lot of people fly in for it. But I think it's a big week just about like community, and brings, just like music, I think it brings people together, and I think that's really special. There's so many things. Like if you're living in Miami and you're curious and want to go to some sort of, Art Basel event, I would say you don't need to go to Miami Beach to do it. There's really cool things in galleries happening in Wynwood.
On Edgewater, right?
There's things happening in Edgewater, Wynwood. They do pop-ups, like even they have art on the beach in Miami. If you do want to go and explore, there's things happening all week that you can do. And if you're here traveling for it, you probably have more of like a schedule itinerary of what you want to do, but I'm just
trying to get into the cool parties.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know everyone wants to go to the cool parties. But no, I think it's a really cool thing that we have here. I mean, there's not really anywhere else in the U.S. that does this big of an art event annually.
It's the best time of year to spend as much money as possible also.
It is that as well. But I've been going to shows for the past 4 years, and I'm excited this year to be hosting an event for my art. And
I'm excited for it too, because it's going to be amazing
as well.
But I go to the show to, the scope.
Yeah, there's
we like to walk around.
There's a lot of things you can see that aren't the Art Basel. There's so much cool things. And honestly, what I like about the smaller ones is that the artist is actually there. Like in a lot of like their, booths, like in the installations, you get to like talk to the artist, whereas Art Basel, like you're not really getting to connect and speak to the artist. So I think that's what's cool about some of the smaller galleries, is that you can actually like talk to them, be like, what's the meaning behind this? Or, where did you paint these? A lot of artists, travel, for their art. Like that's where they find inspiration. So again, it's a big.
Oh, I can just bring my kid's drawing and just put him on a thing. And like, oh, this is like.
Or bring some fruit, tape it.
I'm gonna bring an apple or something.
Yeah, we can have fun with it for sure.
I think touching upon the events for Art Basel, last year I met some of the greatest people that I still talk to today. I went to the event, Soho Beach.
Yeah,
had it was
just on Saturday. I met this girl from Sweden who makes mirrors. I was like,
somebody from Germany.
Yep, you meet people from
guys. We know these people. Are you selling them houses? That's the whole point.
That's why they say starving artists, Maya. I don't know if they can afford houses that you're selling, but maybe one day.
Maybe at the studio.
We'll rent them an art studio.
I just think but people think Art Basel is just one big art show, and there's just so many.
There's so many.
And if you really take the time and just look for them, there's something for everybody to go to.
That too. I think art is such like a niche. Everyone has their different tastes and styles, and that's the cool thing about Basel is there's something for everyone. It's not like, oh, I don't like that kind of art. It's like, you don't know. Go and check it out, because they really are like curated, and it's artists from all over the world that come. So I think that you'd be surprised like what you'd see here.
So, we all do real estate. We love art though, but I want to ask you, what was either like your craziest experience in real estate, and also what was your first deal? And then I'm going to talk about mine.
Okay, I can go first. Honestly, I'll say my first deals because it's a funny, crazy story as well. So my first deals in real estate, I was only 21 when I moved here to Miami and started working in real estate and met Maya. And I did grow up in Florida, but not Miami. I had never spent any time in Miami, and everyone says, reach out to your network. And I'm like, I'm 21. What network?
Yes.
But anyways, I don't have family in Miami. I moved here not knowing anyone, but my little sister was here at University of Miami. And so
Go Hurricane.
Yeah, go
Go
Hurricane.
The same? Okay.
So one of in the first month here of working with Maya, and my sister just got back for classes, and it was a Saturday. My sister's like, oh, come to this pool party with me. And I was like, all right, why not? I'll go. I met a lot of her friends, whatever. Long story short, my first clients were fraternity houses. I rented, University of Miami is in Coral Gables, and it's very residential, that neighborhood. So a lot of students live in the neighborhoods, whatever. A lot of them are we're in,
I want a
want a house with a pool, all the things. And it was so funny. I met like some of her friends. They're like, "You don't go here?" I'm like, "No, I don't. Like, I'm here working." And they were like, "Wait, we need a house. Like, we need a lot of houses." So my first deals were renting, because I feel like everyone starts with rentals. So my first deals were frat houses. Yeah. And
that's awesome. And by the way, it's hard to rent them because, most of landlords, they're not excited to rent their house for
they're not excited. They are not excited to have frat boys renting their house.
Like, can I do a showing? Sure. And we're like, okay, just so you know, I have 4 students.
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to discriminate,
no,
right? So
yeah,
they
technically you can't. Well, that's what the security deposit is for. But
yes.
Yeah, no, that was my first deal, and it was a good experience. It was honestly. It was a chaotic. There's a lot of signatures happening. I'm working with the parents as well.
Yeah, it's like you're
a lot. You're managing a lot. So I learned a lot, shockingly, in those deals and made some good connections. I've had pairents buy property from me. Right. So I think it was obviously a good experience, a good connection. They invited me to their formal. It was great.
It's definitely unique for selling.
It was unique.
Think about
very Miami.
You send the contract. You have 4 students are signing. Then you have the co-parents are signing. It's like 10 people on the signature, or 8, but
It's a little chaotic, but they got their pool and it's all good.
Brooke, what about you?
So speaking of very Miami, Maya knows the story. I don't think you know the story yet.
I'm hearing it live.
My craziest deal was actually...
She was ready to quit real estate after yesterday.
So backstory, I was taking a client to a very luxurious house. I took him to a few. We make our way over to this house. I call the agent to let him know we're running about 5 minutes late. You cannot get more Miami than this. He answers the phone extremely intoxicated.
The agent,
extremely
At what hour?
It was
noon.
It was 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, 1.
On a weekday.
On a weekday. It was a Tuesday. And
all right.
He asked me if I'm going to compensate him for running late. I said, yeah, actually, I'm getting another call from another client, but I'll see you in 5 minutes. And
did you call Maya and be like, what do I do? Call me. No, sorry.
It's okay.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Honestly, Maya is usually good with picking up. Even your email, you're quick with the email. Very you're quick. Always good with your phone.
For real estate agents, answer your phone, reply to emails. It's not that complicated. Anyway,
the client was 6'3" and pretty big, so I wasn't too worried about it.
You were safe.
We knock on the door. We got there. We knock on the door, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but
I can't believe you brought him inside.
Well, I didn't know until we already walked in the door.
Got it. You're already in it.
It sounds like honestly a scene that could be in Selling Sunset.
Well, I know,
the crazy.
Someone get the cameras involved.
I literally thought I was being punked. I was so shocked. And then, in case that wasn't Miami enough for you, as we're leaving, I turned to say thank you to him, and he's fully sitting at the table rolling a blunt. And I said, okay, I'll see you later. Thank you so much.
Yeah, how did he do? What did he say? Goodbye?
He literally was like, hey, bye.
Is it the agent's house?
So it's the agent's house. He owns it. He went on a whole spiel about how he is cheating the system because it's his house and it should be his money and nobody should make profit.
So essentially he's got a license.
He's not doing commission for the buyer's agent.
We don't know actually, we didn't even get there.
Does he even have does he have a license? Is this on Zillow?
He calls himself a real estate mogul.
A mogul.
We're not going to say more because but yes, he's a character. I saw his video later. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I texted it to you.
I need to see his Instagram.
But we're not here to shade too many people. It's just that.
No, I don't think we're shading.
It's just a crazy.
This is content. This is a great story.
So crazy though. It's I can't believe people are so.
And your client is okay.
And my client,
he's okay.
Okay, so that wasn't his daughter, and I was like,
no,
it wasn't his daughter.
How old is he?
The client?
No,
50 something, 50 something.
He was in his 50s. My client was in his 50s too, so.
Difference.
Yeah, very, very vast.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was my craziest story.
I have so many crazy stories, but I'm going to go with my first deal because this is for motivated people. To motivate people. So first deal in real estate, I had 5 other jobs because, I didn't know when I'm going to sell my first place and how long it's going to take. So anyway, I was working with another agent. He was somewhat my mentor. Micah, you did a great job if you're watching this. But you were intense too. But anyways, so he referred me his uncle. His uncle was looking to buy a condo for his son. And back then in LA, that was 13 years ago, it was a condo that I found, super cute condo, for $300,000 or $320 or something. So So essentially it was also crazy because, you know, he was yelling at me about the HOAs and all that stuff. And so I closed my first deal was, I think 7 months or 8 months into the business. $300,000, I gave him referral fee, I gave the broker a split, and I think I maybe made $6,000 on my first year of real estate. So that was my first experience. And then I remember my broker told me, congratulations, all deals are complicated. And I was like, no, sure enough, he's right, all deals are complicated.
That one's easy now, looking back at it.
That one's a breeze. Just, you know, taking some, you know, seller, buyer who's yelling at me, not a big deal.
Yeah, but that's really good motivation for new agents because look at you now.
You know what I want to say now? Look at me now, look at me now, I'm getting paper. You know that song?
Oh,
Remember that song? Is it Chris Brown? Yeah.
No, you need to do a ludicrous song.
No, Cadillac grills, Cadillac damn, you know that song?
I don't know.
Drawing.
Maybe I'll fire the DJ for my event. Maybe Maya will sing.
Freestyle.
Yeah, I'll give you the
I'm not that good. Wow, girls, that was fun.
That was fun.
Really fun.
Wow,
Can't
we
wait for our
ended with a bang show. Thank you.
What?
Everybody's invited. Bring your friends.
Bring your clients.
Bring your clients.
Just bring everybody that you know.
Bring people that love art
Art
and
and magic.
love to dance and love to drink.
Well, thank you for joining us for Fun Talk. And then if you have any questions about real stress, don't hesitate. And till next time.
I'm